Recently, while my girlfriend and I were flipping through the channels, we came across C-SPAN. We're fortunate enough to hear your speech regarding the evils of partial birth abortion. We saw the picture of a little boy with headphones on who was lucky enough to have parents who loved him enough to bring him into this world instead of ending his life. Both of us were moved to tears by your speech, and my girlfriend confessed to me that she had scheduled an appointment for an abortion the following week. She never told me about her pregnancy because she knew I would object to any decision to kill our child, but after watching your emotional speech, she looked up at me as tears rolled down her cheeks and told me that she couldn't go through with it. We're not ready to be parents, but I'm grateful that our child will live. It's a true tragedy that the partial birth abortion ban failed to override President Clinton's veto. But please take some comfort in knowing that at least one life was saved because of your speech. You saved the life of our child. That little girl turned 11 years old this week. And I can tell you that Mother Teresa said, and one of my favorite quotes from hers, is that God does not call on you to be successful. He calls on you to be faithful. We are at a critical time in the history of our country. I cannot stress this enough. Where they fell short was the basic understanding of what socialized medicine is all about and what it has done to other areas of the world with respect to the value of human life. If you look at European countries, Canada, other Western European countries that have adopted a universal health system, a government-run healthcare system, yes, it provides universal access to insurance, but it doesn't provide universal care to all of its people. In fact, it's very clear about its rationing of care, particularly to those who are on the margins of life. If you look around the world, for example, in Europe, there are many countries in Europe where if a child is born prior to 25 weeks of gestation, they aren't even counted as live births. And they are given no treatment at all. Why? Because they're very expensive children to take care of. Some countries are very upfront about it, other countries are less so. The bottom line is when government controls health care, then it becomes a budget item in the federal budget. And as a result of that, we look to see how we can cut costs. And the example we've seen throughout the socialized medicine world is we cut costs by taking care of useful lives, not useless lives. And the result of that is this gradual decline in the value of human life. So while the bishops were focused accurately on abortion, they missed, in my mind, even the larger issue, the rest of humankind, who are not seen by the green eye shade peoples at the Congressional Budget Office or the Health and Human Services Department as worthy of getting treatment. You see, Down syndrome children have varying levels of functionality. Our little girl, our little trisomy 18 beauty, will never be able to walk, will never be able to talk. She probably won't be able to eat. But one thing she can do, she can love. And she loves her mom and dad. And we love her. She has been the greatest gift to our family. She has taught us so much. When I look at her, I can't explain to you how much in love I am with her. And yet, there she is, disabled. When I look at her, I think of how God looks at me, so disabled, so incapable of doing anything near what he can do. and yet how much he loves me. That lesson I didn't understand fully until Bella. These children, these tragedies are such a gift to our society. No, she's never going to build a bridge. She's never going to make anything. She's not going to add to the economy. But she will add to the richness of America. She will add to the human condition. She will add that element that is so missing in our utilitarian society. This is what the pro-life movement is about. This is why we need to fight to make sure that all life is considered sacred, and we fight for the care of those on the margins of life. We don't let the government decide who is worthy and who is not.